We were worried about a possible letdown of Blacksburg, but Carolina put their heels on that stinking Hokie neck, baby. Let's talk about it.
You don't want none! You don't want none!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Russ the Tar Heel. And in this huddle, baby, we're going to talk about the North Carolina 91-59 victory over the Virginia Tech Hokies in Castle Coliseum in their second to last regular season game of the year. That is Carolina's 6th win in a row. So they are 20-11 now, 13-6 in conference. They are in sole possession of that 4th overall seed, which would give them a double bye. And it absolutely sets up a monster game against the Duke Blue Devils this stinking Saturday. But let's talk about this one real quick, man. And it was an absolute air assault from the North Carolina Tar Heels. 15 of 28 from 3, 53.6% from beyond the arc, man. And it was just an absolute barrage, dude. Drake Powell went 3 for 4. RJ Davis went 3 for 4. Ian Jackson went 5 for 8. Seth Trimble had a 3. Jalen Washington had a 3. It was just threes from everywhere, bro. Jay Witt had a 3 a little bit later in the game, man. And if Carolina can shoot the ball, consistently that way, they can compete against a lot of teams. I understand that this is Virginia Tech. I understand that this is a below 500 team. But this is maybe Mike Young's last basketball game. It's senior night in Castle Coliseum. They just came off of an overtime victory against Syracuse, and they're trying to play their way into some seeding as well. So it's not like we didn't get the Hokies' best. It's just Carolina has really kind of turned the corner, as far as us as a team is concerned this year, man. And it's been exciting. It's been absolutely exciting to see how this team has gotten better, especially after Jay Witt was introduced into the lineup. Ben Allen Lubin has just played some really good minutes for North Carolina. He had a double-double with 10 points, 11 rebounds. Jay Witt had a decent game, 5.7 rebounds. Nothing to necessarily write home about, but he's just so active on the defensive end of the floor. He's so long, athletic. He can disturb a lot of shots. And he's just playing at a really good clip right now, especially for an undersized 4, if you will, man. RJ Davis didn't even have to score in the second half. He went into the break with 15 points. Carolina had a 17-point lead, and then they outscored the Virginia Tech Hokies by 15 in the second half as well, because Ian Jackson just absolutely turned up, dude. Just absolutely turned up, finishing with 19 points and leading the North Carolina Tar Heels in scoring. For the Virginia Tech Hokies, kind of a balanced approach. Ben Burnham had 12 points. Jaden Young had 12. I was really surprised that Myjal Poteet didn't really try to establish position down low. I thought it was some kind of an oversight from the Virginia Tech Hokies that could have possibly been a little bit rougher for North Carolina, but they didn't take advantage of that. And, Carolina was firing on all cylinders offensively in this game. They shot almost stinking 60% from the floor, and they knocked down their freebies at 83.3%. So, North Carolina, dude, has the offense has just looked so much better. The offense has just looked so much better over the course of the last probably 3-4 weeks. I think Carolina's, they got to be averaging in this win streak. They haven't scored anything less than 81. So we're hovering in there in the probably upper 80s, to be honest with you. Mid to upper 80s in scoring. And when you can score that many points, man, you got a shot against anyone. And there's no bigger test than what Carolina has coming in this Saturday when they try to get some get back against the Dukies, man. And I, for one, am extremely excited about this game, because this is kind of where we've seen Hubert Davis, handle business, man, to be completely honest with you. For all the guys I would say, 5-6 weeks, and I've given my share of it when it was deserved. We have got to give him credit for having this team ready to compete and win against teams that they should beat. The question now is can Carolina stinking handle business against a quad one opponent at the house? Because we're about to really find out, how much of this corner, are we just peeking around the corner? Or are we full-fledged coming around that bad boy, with bad intentions? And this is what I expected, to be completely honest with you, especially in a down ACC. A lot of people didn't know if Carolina had the horses. Yes, they do. And they're showing you that they have the horses when the right lineup is on the floor. They can play with just about anybody, man. They really can. They really can. So we'll talk about the matchup, because I think the matchups are very they're pivotal in how Carolina is going to be able to compete. But this is where we wanted to be, man. Don't forget, guys. Do not forget, after that Clemson game, 20-point loss at Clemson in Little John, and everybody was feeling just absolutely miserable. Like, goodness gracious, where do we go from here, bro? Like, we still got 7 games left. How competitive are we going to be? Do we even have a shot? Carolina's ripped off 6 straight. They cannot do any better than what they've done. They've handled business. That's what they've done. And we got that big test coming up this Saturday. So a little bit shorter of a video, man. I appreciate the 50 plus that were in the chat, man, hanging out with me during the Virginia Tech Carolina game. I appreciate everybody like, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And it's a great day to be a Tar Heel, bro. Finally got to that daggone mythical 20 win. And it looks good up there. It looks good up there. Once again, Carolina's 20-11, 13-6 in conference, and they've ripped off 6 straight, and they are playing their best basketball of the season. So I want to know what you think about this basketball game down in the comment section, Tar Heel and Hokie Nation. And if there's some Blue Devils in the house, by all means, man, it's time to start talking that crap, baby, because it's a big one coming up. So like I said, great day to be a Tar Heel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. I love you guys, and we will catch y'all this Saturday, Tar Heel Nation, for the game of all games, baby. Go Heels.